Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's pretty late on due to the fact that today's been a day that just breathing that and now I'm on some different tablets for this bleeding that's not, even though it's kind of like it would be that time of the month, it's actually not that. So, but I treated my skin with my own face mask. I think it looks kind of cool. Look, it looks nice. I think I did an okay job at doing that, she says. So I'm in my shed currently, and obviously I've got electrics. You can probably hear the heater that's on, so it warms me up while I'm in here. And if we turn this round, so there's my eyelash things up there, and that is pre-wax and after wax, and it is equipment cleaner for waxing. And then I have the rest of my wax and stuff up there, and I've just started putting my facial things out. But because I do have electrics, I can wax and I can do, you know, the facials and things that I like to do. And I've also got paraffin wax in the drawers, and it's a heater that melts the paraffin wax, and you can have it on a facial, but I prefer to do it on the hands and also the feet because it softens. So yeah, and I've got all my oils in here, obviously, as you can tell. I have I'm making some shelves for the rest of my tarot cards because I just have that many. So I'm probably going to put something smaller like that, little shelves. And then I've just popped some gift certificates in the window, a business card, that's one of my business stickers. Yeah, I like carry things in my case and then, you know, take it back up. But I have more shelves to put up so that obviously I can make it look a lot better. I'm just kind of deciding what to do curtain wise. You know, I'm trying to decide what to do regarding that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to sit in here. Careful of my macabre. Need the macabre crystal. Let's see if I can just pop you there. Yes, I can. So while we are in here, what I wanted to discuss was, and I guess it only sort of came to light recently because I had some queries regarding when you cleanse now. When I personally do a cleansing, but then again we're talking about someone who learned a different way, but in general let's talk about modern day sort of cleansing. My blood pressure's been high today, I'm very swollen, sorry about that. So excuse me. Excuse me guys. I'm alright anyway. I'm fine. I tend to use Himalayan salt in the bath, and I will not only use it in the bath, but I will use it as a body scrub to cleanse. So a lot of people say, well, what do you mean ritual salt? Can I just go and get some table salt and pour it down? Well, you can, but we tend to work with the salt before we use it for ritual salt, hence why it's called ritual salt, you know. And the way that we do this is I'm sorry guys, bear with me. We will take the salt, regardless of which salt. Now I do use Himalayan salt, you know, I use the bigger salt and I grind it myself if needed, but we will cleanse the salt, and the way that we do this is we will pass it through incense. Obviously earth is the salt itself, so we tend to add a sprinkle of dirt, a sprinkle of water, not enough so it actually dissolves the salt, you know. and then it will be passed over a flame, and this is cleansing it via the 4 elements. And then we'll pop it in the center, and we will cleanse it by our energy, our ether. Our ether will then cleanse it, and then it will be left under a particular moon. And it really does depend. A lot of us in general, and like I say, fingers crossed when this COVID's over, you'll get to meet some of my sisters, not blood sisters, but coven sisters, and brothers too. But we tend to do that. The reason being is we work on energy and elements. There is other ways of doing it, and I know there is, but I'm just going to tell you my way, if that's okay. Just, you see, I learnt the thorn rose way. The thorn rose way requires many, many steps. It's, I can tell you all about it if you like, but it's very in-depth. I think it's raining again. I hear rain. So that's what we mean by ritual salt. We will then usually leave it under the full moon. You can use a new moon if you're obviously wanting to do a particular one, then you can use a waning or a waxing. That is all personal stuff, personal to yourself. I always use a full moon or a new moon, because I do believe that those are the best for gathering up the energy to cleanse. But it's like, with the ritual salt, doing it this way, you would pass it through the elements and then leave it under the moon. If you were to do it in a thorn rose way, you would have to dance with it clockwise, anti-clockwise, particular chants, offer it to this particular section, that section. It's very in-depth, like I said, so this is the easier way of doing it. So once it's been under the foot, and make sure that it is under the actual moonlight. Once it's been under the moonlight for the amount of time, at least an hour, I'd say, at least an hour. I generally do leave it overnight, but then it's ready to use. You can jar it. That is your ritual salt. You've cleansed it, you've consecrated it. That's your ritual salt. You can also, if you choose, ask the Lord and the Lady to bless your salt, of course. It's just that I work with elements, it's how I've always done it. Now, also when people say, well, can't I just put table salt? You can actually just put table salt down, yeah, but please, blooming bless it first, you know? Do something with it first, because then otherwise it's just table salt. Like, it's just the whole process of it being ritualistic is our energy and time goes into it to create it, you know, to bless it, to make sure that no negative can attach to it, so that when we're using it, we are cleansing. Now, ritual water as well. Now, it's done a little bit differently, but if it was done in the thorn rose way, you would have to hold it up to the sun, hold it up to the moon, clockwise, counterclockwise. You would have to invoke and you would have to say things, so it's a big deal. Doing it the normal way. Now, I'm lucky because I thought I heard something, guys, so I'm lucky because I have, show you, I have this. This is a crystal decanter. I have a few. I'm not as strong as I used to be. And that and that being my nan's, I have a few, so that's the one that I use for my water. And basically just purified water. If you can collect rainwater, this is absolutely the best. And I put it in the crystal decanter. You don't have to do that. You can put it in a bowl. You can put it in a cup, and you can put it in a jar if you so choose. All you want to do is bless it in the way that you want to bless it. I use the elements, but I don't put earth in the water or water in the water, obviously, but I bless it by saying, and I will put the water over a flame. It'll be in that and it'll go over the flame, but obviously I will bless it, so you don't have to put the earth in the water or anything like that, but you still bless it via your words and your energy, how you want to bless it. Now, there's very different ritual waters, because there's the moon water, and this is all you do, really, it really is. Take your water under the full moon, try and make sure that the moon shining on your water, because that's important. And then you ask the moon for what type of energy you want. So you ask for the moon to come and protect the energy. Can you add this and that, dear Mother Moon? And now that's your moon water, and it really is just done like that. You have to leave it there 24 hours, I believe, is the usual. But you can use it, you can leave it a few hours also, but if you want something quite powerful, usually 24 hours is the best. Now, there's other waters, ritual waters. There's I'm so sorry guys, I am doing my best. I'm okay though. There's the rainbow water. Simply the same thing, and you leave it under the rainbow, and that is for luck, happiness, joy, anything that a rainbow would be for, to bring colours to the life. The sun, obviously. The sun's an invigorating energy, very bright, happy, and you would do the same. You would leave your water in the sun. And I can definitely hear something. I don't mean the heater, I mean something else. Do you know? And this is how we create ritual things. Blooming raindrops, do you know? I'm so stupid. Dear me. Raindrops. So yeah. And that's all you would do to create. It depends what energy you're wanting to bring in and build out of it, I suppose. And that's the idea. And a lot of people think there's a lot more to it than that, but there isn't. That's just how you make your ritual things. It really is. So I hope that helps. Also, you can, if you want to, you can make them. So let's say you wanted a ritual water for feminine empowerment. Let's just use that as an example because it was the first one that came to my head. Add rosemary, mental stimulation, basil. So you can change it to however you want it. It's entirely up to you. But all you have to do is bless it your way. Even if that's angelic, Jesus, God, it can be any way at all. just as long as it's you doing it in your way. Honestly, that's what matters. Your intention, your energy. You know, I always listen to all this rubbish about turning 3 times and saying this and turning that 3 times and saying that and then putting it in this and then separating it in that, and it really is an energy thing. Now, don't get me wrong, I do obviously respect my nan. That's the way that it's, you know, it was meant to be. But I'm just saying that you don't have to be. It doesn't have to be like that. It really is more your energy, your feelings and emotions, and blessing it the right way, the way in which you're comfortable. You know, there's a lot of people that bless candles and incense, and they do it all in the name of Jesus, and it works well for them. So, you know, I really want to pull out this stigma of like this whole thing is all witchcraft. It's not. It's energy. It's intention. It's not witchcraft. It's a way of life, you know. It's using the abilities that the universe gave us within ourselves to empower things, to make them powerful. And I just feel like there's so much stigma around it that says, well, that's for witchcraft. Well, actually, if you sit and research, it's for a lot of things, you know, and a lot of different people use it for various things. It's also very different, and yeah, I just wanted people to know that it can be used regardless. It doesn't matter as long as your intention is good and the energy you're putting in is good, and you work at it. It doesn't matter. You make your own ritual salt, make your own ritual water, however you like. Make your own ritual candles. You can even engrave in your candles, anoint your candles. It doesn't matter as long as it's your energy that's going into it. In hoodoo, you know, it is candles and it's the Psalms of the Bible, and that is all it is. So that just shows you intention, energy. That's all that's needed. And it really is that simple. A lot of people mistake, well, how do I get this ritual water or ritual salt? Well, actually, that's it. Bless it how you choose. Put your energy and intention into it. Put it under the relevant moon, stars, rainbow, sun, thunderstorms. And then it's done. It's there to use. There is one thing that I have stuck with that's been kind of a habit, I think. When I do a cleansing or a protection of salt, ritual salt, I actually put cascara in there too. Now, your cascara is your egg shell, ground eggshell. That is all it is. It's nothing more, nothing less. It is ground eggshell mixed with your ritual salt. And there's a reason behind that. It's all about the goddess Mother Earth and her womb and fertility, and how she protects, basically. So yeah, it really is that easy. Oh, sorry guys. And the other morning, we actually lost my uncle. My uncle Stephen was 57, and he was fine. He had COVID symptoms before, but like it was fine. I was talking to him the day before. He was fine. That's my mum's sister's husband, but my uncle Stephen's, well, he's been having our Christopher since he was born. You know, when he were probably about 3 months when I started letting him go, because Aunt San really loved him, and he used to go to my Uncle Stephen and Aunt San's every weekend from then. He never missed a weekend, and he was there. And my Uncle Stephen said before he passed to Christopher, can you look after Axon for me? That bike of mine, Christopher's, yours. Remember to get all the Christmas presents down. I've already bought them all. Put the Christmas tree up and look after Aunt Sam. And then he turned and said to his brother, who's been dead years, I'll go when my dad comes. His dad's been dead a while too. When his dad came, he went. And Christopher said it looked like he was climbing a ladder, and they tried to revive him, but they couldn't. Like he's just gone. He was fine. He did, like, I just won't register in my head. He was fine. I was talking to him. He was absolutely fine, and now he's not here anymore. I don't get it. So yeah, just love everyone the best you can. Be nice, be kind, you know, and understand that life can be taken so fast. It can be there 1 minute and just gone. You know, my little boy had to watch all this unfold in front of his eyes. And he was gone. Anyway, guys, please just know that life can slip. Within a second, it can be just gone. It really, really can. So please embrace it, you know. Love and light, and blessed be.